first of all, what is source code management or version control? Source code management or version control are helpful to fasten the development. It has features like repository where we can track the code. It has features like branches. It can merge the code. It can maintain different versions. We can go back to previous versions if we want it. Multiple people can work on the same file parallelly, which leads to parallel development. So many features. We have worked on only one as of now. Repository. Repository is nothing but trackable folder. Right. Now what I will do, I'll create a new project. I'll create a new project. Whenever I create a new project, it will automatically create a repository. Now let us try it. So what I'll do, version control. Now this project creation takes some time. So I'll say npx. Yeah. I'm creating a project called branches. Branches is one of the concepts in version control. Now what actually happens now? First it creates a package.json file. It connects to npmjs.com and download all the dependencies. Once it downloads all the dependencies, it creates the files like app.js, app.css, index.js, index.html, src folder, public folder. It will create all the files. After creating, it will create a repository also. It will create a repository, then it will be committing it. Commit also it will do automatically for us. Now let us see. What is the difference between video and YouTube? Exactly. GitHub is a collection of repositories. Got a point? GitHub, collection of Git repositories. Hub means collection. Collection of Git repositories. So now I am creating a repository in my local system. Only I can access it. If you create the repository in GitHub, you can give access to anyone. People can work parallel. Got a point? That is working on that. That concept called as a remote repository. Right now we are working on repository. That is local repository in my system only. If I create a repository in a website, Bitbucket, GitHub, GitLab, these are the websites where we can create our repositories. Which repository is a Git repository for free. That's why people use it. Got a point? We'll be working on that also. So, what are the steps to create a repository? First, create a folder. Then go to the folder through terminal. Then say git init. That means that folder will be converted as a repository. How it will be creating an internal hidden folder called git. And inside that, so many files will be there. Whatever the changes you do, everything will be tracked. So what you can do, then you can create files, do whatever the changes in those files. Then you want it to commit it. Commit is nothing but updating the repository. Commit is nothing but you are telling, I have done some changes. Please make a note. That's what commit means. But before commit, what you have to do, you have to add that to staging. You have to add that to staging. So you do the changes, either creation or modification. You do it, then add that to staging by giving the command called git add base dot. All the changes or new files, everything will be added into staging. Once it is staging, then only it will be added to commit. It is like if a patient gets operated, the patient should give anesthesia first. After giving anesthesia only, whatever the operation you want, you will be doing. Exactly the same. Here, the files should be added to staging. Which files will be added? Whichever is modified files or new files. Whichever the changes is not into the repository, those we have to add it to staging. You simply say git add dot. All the new files, all the modified files will be automatically added to staging. Then say git commit. While committing, message is mandatory. What are the changes you have? So mainly 3 to 4 steps. Create the folder, convert that into repository, git init. Then do the file creation or file modification, whatever it is. Then add that to staging. Then commit it. After committing, again you have done some more changes. Those are not updated into the repository. Again add to staging, again commit. Again you have done some changes. Again add to staging, again commit. It can be new files or it can be modified files. You have to add that to staging, then commit. That's what we have done in our previous session. And now what we are trying to do, I am creating a React project. As we have discussed in yesterday itself that now we create a React project, that itself is a repository. That itself is a repository. Actually, they will show a line saying creating a Git repository. Let me see whether that is still showing or not. Even if it doesn't show, we can detect that whether that is a repository or not. How do we detect that? Git status. If you give Git status, you'll come to know that is a repository. Registration is almost done. Project creation is taking a lot of time. Mm. Now we will see the message it should show. Initialized Git repository. Are you able to see it? This one line I want you to show. That's why we are creating this project. So whenever we create a project, it will automatically initialize a Git repository, and it will add all the files to that repository by commit of. So git init will be done automatically. Git add dot will be done automatically. Git commit will be done automatically. All these three commands will be done automatically whenever we create a project. No, sir. No files has been created. Actually, are able to see you are there. That means untracked. That means they haven't committed yet. That means they haven't committed yet. Now let us see. Wait for a moment. So they haven't done commit yet. Will it is showing? But initial commit they will do it. Oh my God, it is taking too much time. Okay. Here, if you see the messages, first they have initialized the Git repository, then created a Git commit. Commit will be done after adding only. Now see, there is no U is showing. It means all files are trackable. All files are trackable. Now, what I will do here, I'll say git the status. Why it is saying not a Git repository? We have to be into branches folder. We have to be into branches folder. Now, let me close this. I am closing the Visual Studio Code. I'll open the branches project itself. This is the one we have created just now. I'll just open it. Understanding while creating the project itself, they are saying initializing a Git repository, created a Git commit. But normally we don't see all those messages. That's why we don't know that. Now, because we are working on version control, now we know it. Now I'll go to that folder. Git status. Okay. On bench, master, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Nothing to commit, working tree clean means whatever the changes you have done, everything is up to date with repository. Everything is up to date with repository. That means repository changes, your changes, everything is up to date. Now what I'll do, I'll come to src app.js. Now I will do some changes now. I'll say I am deleting this. I'm deleting it. I have done some changes. Now it should show it as M. Now I have saved it. Are you able to see M? That means whatever the changes you have done, almost everything is up to date except this modified file. If it is showing M means that is not updated into repository, needs to be done. If it is showing U means That is not tracking. You have to be tracking it and adding it to repository. Now what I will do, I'll say git status. Now see what happens. Modified. Are you able to see? So when you compare with the repository, there is a file which is modified, which is not updated into the repository. How do I do that? Yes. Git add dot staging. Now again I'll say git status. Now it is showing green. Green means it is added to staging. Then I'll say git commit F1M removed unwanted in app dot stage enter committed. So that M also will be gone now. Now if I say git status, what happens? Nothing to commit, working quickly. That means your repository and your code both are syncing, both are up to date. All the changes you have done is updated into the repository. If you have added new files or done any changes, if it is not updated into that repository, then you have to say git add, then commit. Understand? And today we are going to work on one of the sorry?
Now we have done normal React. Normally we will not do like we will automatically save a repository or
whether it is React or anything, it doesn't matter to version control. It's file and folder structure, that's it. File and folder structure, that's it.
Maybe we are doing but we are not taking like git add a dot so will it take automatically or
we have to. You have created so many repositories earlier. You have done the changes, but you haven't committed any changes to the repository earlier because you don't know the concept. Now we are knowing the concept, so you are committing it. Got your point? Everything will be gone. What gone? Trackings will be gone. What are the trackings you have done will be gone. That is not at all repository now. Got your point? Clear? So, whatever the changes you have done, when they have done, what are the changes they have done, everything will be stored into a hidden Git folder. If that is gone, gone. Gone means what? All the trackings are gone. That's it. Got your point?
who is making the changes in folder to know the details.
See, I'll give you an example. When I was working in Tech Mahindra, earlier it is called as Satyam, basically. We were working so hard in such a way that I used to leave almost 3:30 to 4 a.m. every day, and around come by 10 a.m. in the morning. It was too difficult. It's not 1 day, 2 days, almost 3-4 months. So frustrated, tough deadlines. During that time, one person has modified the code. The whole project is in trouble. During that time, one person has modified the code. The whole project is in trouble. I got to know that someone has modified it. It affected the deadlines actually. So of course we managed it. Now I wanted to know who is that guy. What I have done, I can do it because whoever has done the changes, we can see now. I have gone through that commit history. We have just checked out who has committed and who has done all the changes. And the person who made that mistake is me only. Got my point? I was working midnight, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. It's the peak sleeping hours. Working at the time itself is difficult. I made a mistake without knowing that I am making the mistake. And after that, I thought someone else made the mistake. After seeing the history, I came to know that the mistake by me only. Then everyone started asking who has made the mistake. You have highlighted who has made the mistake. I said, it's okay, leave it. I'll take care of it. I cannot say I have made the mistake. Got your point? So everything is trackable. But if I go and delete the Git folder, no, got my point? But the repository is in your system, you can delete the Git there. But if the repository in remote server, you cannot delete that. No? You don't have permissions to do that. Got my point? And today we are going to work on a concept called branches. Yesterday we have worked on a concept called repository. Repository is nothing but trackable folder. That's it. Repository is nothing but trackable folder. And today we are going to work on branches. What is branches? First of all, what is branch? Any idea? Subfolders? No. So, in a repository, we can do the changes and we can commit it. We can do the changes, we can commit it. How many times you can do changes? Any number of times. How many times you can commit? Any number of times you can commit. And branch means the last commit. Branch means the last commit. Now, I have done the changes and I have committed for the first time. Then again I have done the changes, I have committed for the second. Again I have done the changes and committed for the third time. Now third time I have committed, this is the latest, right? Now this is called as branch. Okay, you have done changes, you have committed for the fourth time. Now this is called as branch. Again I have done the changes, I have committed for the fifth time. This is called as branch. So the last commit is called branch. Last commit is called branch. Okay. For every commit, one ID will be there. For every commit, one ID will be there. Yesterday we have discussed commit ID. And for the last commit, ID also will be there and the name also will be there. And the name of that last commit is called branch name. The name of the last commit is called branch name. We have two things actually, ID and branch name. ID and branch name. So every commit we do will be having an ID. And the last commit will be having the ID and the branch name. And that branch will be keep on changing because last commit. Now we can see that branch also, branch name. Now I'll say git log. Are able to see? Two commits are there actually. This is the default commit they have done. This is the second commit. This is the commit ID. Are able to see it? This is the commit ID. How many commits we have? Two commits. So the second commit is called branch. For this, this is the branch ID, and for last commit name also will be there, right? This is the name, master. So the second commit in this case is referred as master branch. Referred as master branch. Branch means the last commit. Branch means the last commit. For that branch, a name that is called as branch name. By default, they have master branch. Master. Simply say Q. And I'll say git log say hyphen one line. Now see, this is the first commit. Initialize the project using create React app. It's by them. And this is our second commit. For the second commit, this is the name. Master is the name. Now what I will do? I will do one more change. I'm coming to app.js. So now here I'll say H1. I'm just typing something. Version control has great useful features for developers. So I'm creating H2 first repository, which we have already worked on it, and second branches, which we are working on. Now I have done some changes. Now naturally it is showing M. Now I wanted to add some files also. For example, in SRC, I am creating a folder called images, and in this images folder, I wanted to add a few more files. Some pictures I am adding. This picture I am adding some picture. So I am adding this picture to this. So I have modified, I have added two things I have done. See, are able to see you? That means that is untrackable. M, that is trackable but modified. Now what I will do, I will simply say git add dot. Now both has been added to staging. Both has been added to staging. Now see here, I'll say git status. Now see, one is modified and there is new file. Both has been added to staging. Then I'll say git commit -m added new file with the changes in app.base. Committed. Then committed no u, no m. U is not there. Now we have started tracking it. M is not there. We have added into repository. Now what I will do is say git log --- one line. Now see. Earlier master was referring. So what is branch means? Last commit. Branch means referring to the last commit. And for the last commit is called as branch, and we can give a name to that branch. Master is the name of the branch. If you want, you can change the name of that branch also. By default, it is referred as master. If you want, you can change the name of the branch. Now I wanted to get the command to change the name of the branch. I'll say git cheat.org search. I wanted to change the name of the branch. Git branch -m. Believe is there. think let me get the command. Git rename branch. Git branch hyphen name rename. Are you able to see it? So I wanted to change the branch name from master to main. Git branch hyphen name, the name of the branch. Main. Enter. This is the another command. Git branch hyphen name of the branch we wanted to. Now I have changed it. Now I wanted to check whether it is really changed or not. How do I check it? Git log hyphen one line. Now what is it showing? It is showing it as main. Yes or no? Earlier it was master. Now I have changed that to main. Okay, you don't want main, you want Balaya. Say git branch hyphen Balaya. It's a git log hyphen one line. Anything you can give. So first of all, what is branch means? Branch means referring to the last commit. What is a branch name means? Name of the last commit. Can we change the name? We can change the name. Got your point? Clear? Understood? Okay. Now we can create multiple branches also. Creating a new branch means creating a new copy of the last copy. Creating a new branch means creating the new copy of the last copy. Once you create a new copy, you do the changes to that new copy, it will not reflect to the original copy. It will not reflect to the original copy. Just to understand, I will change this name Balaya to RRR. I will change. Okay. Git branch hyphen name RRR. Branch name I will change it to RRR. I will say git log hyphen online RRR. Now I wanted to create a new branch. Now how to create a new branch? Create a branch. Create a new branch. Git branch. Name of the branch. Git branch. Name of the branch. Now I'll say git branch. Name of the branch. I'll say Rajamouli. Enter. Now how many branches we do have? 2 branches. That means 2 copies of the last commit. Now if I say git log, I'll say hyphen one line. Now see RRR Rajamouli. The last commit is referred by RRR and Rajamouli. Now what I will do? It's a git branch NTR. Again git branch Ramcharan page. Git branch DVV. The producer. Now I'll say git log hyphen one line. Now see, the last branch is referred as RRR, Ramcharan Tej, Rajamouli, NTR, TV. Understanding what I'm saying? Now let me run this project. I'll say npm. Now it will show. Understood what is commit ID, what is called as branch name. Now this is version control has great features for developers. One is repository, second is branch. This we have created. Now we have the last commit. For that commit we have created multiple branches. Multiple branches means multiple copies. We have 5 copies of the last branch, actually speaking. One is RRR, one is Ramcharan-Tej, and there is NTR, and there is Rajmouli, and there is TVV. The last branch has 5 copies, 5 different copies. 5 different copies. Now, what I will do, if I do changes to one copy, it will not affect the other copy. Understanding? Now, just to show you an example, now what I will do, what I wanted to do, I wanted to list down how many branches are there. So now there is a command for that again. Git branch list. List of both local and remote branches. Git branch -a is the command to list down the branches. Now what I will do is say git branch. Now are able to see DVV, NTR, Rajmouli, Ramcharan-Tej, NTR. Rajmouli, Ramcharan-Tej, RRR. Now are able to see RRR is showing in green color and star. That means we are into that branch. That means we are into that copy. Now we are into RRR copy of the branch. Understanding what I'm saying? Now I wanted to switch to DVV branch. So how do I do that? Git checkout. Git checkout branch name. Create a new branch, switch. Two different branch, git checkout and the branch name. Now what I will do, I'll say git checkout DVV. Now I'll say git branch hyphen a. That means we are into DVB branch. We have created the copies. We are switching between the copies, but it's the content is same. Now I wanted to modify it. Now observe here what I am going to do. I am into DVB branch. DVB means producer. I am coming to app.js. In app.js, what I want, I am deleting these things. H1 producer branch means producer copy. What he wants actually, H2 less budget. The film should complete it in less budget. Then speed shooting. Then fast release and big hit. Here more money. These are the points of this producer. Now we are modifying app.js from DVB branch. That means DVB copy. Now if I see it here, I can see that producer branch, less budget, speed shooting, fast release, big hit, and one simple points. Now what I will do, I'll say git checkout. Now I wanted to add a few extra files also here, just for your understanding. I'm just creating. I'm creating a folder. Low budget artists. Low budget artists. Some folder I'm creating it. Right. If you wanted to add any files in it, you can add it. Low budget artists I'm creating it. These are the changes I have done to the copy of DVB. Now what I will do, I'll say git checkout Rajamouli. Say enter. Now see we have switched to Rajamouli branch. We have to hit the checkout DVB and then git status. Let me check the status. Sir, this is modified. App.js is modified. Now let me add some files in it. Low budget artists. Let me add something. Some file I am adding. So I have added something. It's a git status. So one is modified and then is untracked. So what I'll do, I'll say git add dot git commit name some changes in DVB branch. Enter. Updated. Now we have created the repository. By default, branch is there called master. We have renamed that to RRR. Then we have created copies of the branches. Then we are into DVB branch. We have done some changes and we have committed it. Now what I will do, I'll just git checkout Rajamouli. Enter. Now I am into Rajamouli branch. Now if I see here, now see, again the old thing is coming. Why old thing is coming? We have done the changes in DVV branch. In Rajamouli branch, still the same thing. And even if you see here, there is no folder called low budget artists. Now in Rajamouli branch, what I will do, I'll just type vision of director. What he want? High production values, quality over budget, and world movie supporting artists. This is what we wanted. And in this case, I am creating a folder, quality artists. I am creating a folder called quality artists. And here I am adding another picture. Something like this, I am adding this picture into this. I am doing some changes. In which branch? Rajamouli branch. Branch means copy. Now I have done some changes. Now what I'll do, I'll say git status. Naturally it says modified and new untracked. So what I'll do, I'll say git add dot git commit hyphen name added Rajamouli change. Now if I see here, I can see Rajamouli things. Understanding? Now we have actually different versions of app.js, because one version, one copy from DVV, one copy from Rajamouli. Yes or no? Now just observe here. I will say git checkout DVV. I switched the branch. Now you see here producer branch, and the files also related to producer only, low budget artists. Now I am switching to git checkout Rajamouli. Say enter. Now according to Rajamouli, see, quality artist folder is showing here. It is showing vision of the director. You don't see different files, but you see different versions of the same file. Understanding what I'm saying? Different copies. That's what it is called as version control. Because of this also, we are maintaining different versions of the same file. We don't have two app.js. Now see here, I am coming to this folder, version control. This is our folder. I am coming into this src. How many files we have? App.js. One only. But version control is making it as two. One for producer version, another for director version. Now what I will do, I will go for another branch. Git checkout NTR. Now see, again it is showing the basic stuff. earlier what we have created. Now it's showing like this. Now here I'll say NTR vision. Now I'll say uh, hmm? high revenue, more than high revenue, less work from Jattanna. They have shoot. I don't know whether it is right or wrong. They have shooted around 30 to 40 days on introduction scene. They have shooted around 30 to 40 nights on that interval scene. That's what less work from the director and good name. Then Pan India fame, right? Prabhas. Then I think that's he's expecting. And let me try creating a folder for him also. Folder foreign artists. Something. I'm creating a folder and I'm adding something in it. Desktop. So for now, this guy is foreign guy only. So I'm just adding this foreign artists into this. Some content I have added it. Now what I will do, I'll say git add git status contract and modify. So what I will do, I'll say git add dot git commit infonium as per NTR something we have done it committed. Now we have one app.js but three versions in three branches. Now see, it is showing NTR vision, less work from Jakanna, good name, Pan India, same like Prabhas. Now, what I will do, I switch to the branch, git checkout Rajamouli. If files has changed, it is going to change. See. Here, quality artist folder came and this version came. Now we can see this vision of the director. Now I'll say git checkout DVV, who is the producer. Producer files will come, producer copy will come. Now you see is this. Understanding what I am doing. Now you don't find different files, the same file but different versions. Who is handling all these things? Version controller is handling. Version control internally maintaining different versions. That's why it is called as version control. Now what I will do, I wanted to go to Ram Charan page branch. I'll check out Ram Charan page branch. Okay. Now RC Ram Charan. Now here he is expecting go the hit. Good money. And here okay. Ram Charan page vision. Now I am adding one more folder here. Bollywood artists. Now I wanted to add something. some picture I am adding it. This picture I wanted to add it. I don't know what is this. I think that actress is there seems to be. I think she's the heroine. No? Not her. Anyway, uh, uh, I just add this. We have added it. Now I'll say git add dot git commit hyphen m Ram Charan says changes. Okay. Now I am just changing the text only. Images can be done. Anything can be done. Okay. Now if I see here, okay, Ram Charan says. We have one version for producer, one version for director, one version for Ram Charan Tej, one version for NTR, and one for film RRR. Understanding? You don't see 5 different files, but you have 5 different versions in different branches. Understood the concept of branch? Branch, see, whenever we do some changes, we have to add it to staging and commit it. Commit is nothing but updating the repository. What are the changes we have done? Whenever we commit it, a commit ID will be generated, and the last commit is referred as branch. Last commit is referred as branch, and you can create multiple branches. Creating multiple branches means creating the copy of the branch. Whenever you create the copy of the branch, what are the changes you do to that branch, only it reflects to that copy only. We have one file, but 5 versions. You can have 100 versions, 500 versions, it's up to you. Understood the concept? Okay, now what I will do, I'll say git checkout RRR. Now I'm coming to RRR branch. Now what I see is RRR. We can merge branches also. We can merge branches. So NTR version I can merge it into RRR, Rajamouli version into RRR, DVV into RRR, Ram Charan Tej into RRR. Like that also I can merge it. Now let me try it. What I'll do, I'll try to merge branch. Merge branches. Git merge the name of the branch. Now what I will do, I'll say git branch hyphen a means what? List of the branches. DVV, NTR, Rajamouli, RCT, RRR. Now we are into RRR branch. I wanted to merge DVV, then NTR, then Rajamouli, then Ram Charan Tej. Now what I'll do, I'll say git merge DVV. All the DVV branch changes will come into this branch. I'll say enter. Now see. Now I have done some changes. Right. But I have to commit it actually. I have done the changes. Now if you see here, producer, this is producer. Which command I have given? Merge and right. The producer I have given it here. Now are able to see low budget artists are coming, right? So I'll say git status on branch there are nothing to commit, perfectly fine. Okay, that is has been merged. Then I'll say git merge Rajamouli, enter. Now merged Rajamouli also into this. Now if you see here, there is a conflict that happened. Are able to see? There is a conflict. In the same line, in the same page, two different things are there from different branches. Which one you wanted to take, it is asking. Understanding what I am saying? Now I want both, so I am just removing this conflict code. It is showing separately. Some part is from that branch, some part is from this branch, like that. Now I am just deleting this. Now what I will do, say git status now. Git status. Okay. Modified. New file are able to see quality artists are also coming. Low budget artists are also coming. Quality artists are also coming. Now I have to commit it. Git add dot git commit -m merged Rajamouli branch. Clear. Then I wanted to merge NTR. Git merge NTR. Enter. Again conflict happened. There is in the same line, some other content is saying. Now see, you can see foreign artists. Now again here, what I will do, some conflict is coming, so I am just removing them. They are merging that file and this file. I have removed those arrows. Then what I have to do? Commit git add dot git commit -m merged NTR. And I wanted to merge Ram Charan Tej. Again merged. See, Bollywood artists also came. And then this app.js is conflicting. Now I am just removing this. And done the things. Now I'll say give status, then modified. Say git add dot git commit new merge console. Understand? Now if I see the output, the producer is there, director is there, NTR is there, Ram Charan Tej. All are there into single thing. This is not only this, even Bollywood artists from Ram Charan Tej, foreign artists from NTR, low budget artists from producer, quality artists from director list. Files and folders, everything is merging. Now tell me, we have merged everything into RRR. Now how many branches are there? One. Git branch -a. How many branches are there? Merging doesn't mean we are deleting that. Merge is merge, we are copying that into this, doesn't mean we are deleting that. Understanding what I'm saying? Now you have muddled everything into RRR. If you want it to delete it, yes, you can delete it. So now I want it to delete a branch. Get the command. Delete the branch. Delete the branch. Git branch -d branch to delete. So I'll say git branch -d dbb. We have deleted the copy of that branch. Then git branch -d ntr. Deleted that branch. Git branch -d Ramcharan Tej. Deleted that branch. Git branch -d Rajamouli. Deleted that branch. Now I'll say git branch -a only RRR. Now we have only one copy. Remaining copies we have deleted. Understood the copy of concept of branches. It's a very useful concept. Now imagine, I'm giving an example. Your lead comes and says something. Their lead comes and says something. Their lead comes and says something. Which one you have to follow? All the three. Now you can create 3 branches and do the changes in 3 branches. Whoever comes, you show that branch. Understanding? Possibilities. Understood branch concept? In our next session, we'll be working on remote repository. That means yesterday and today we have created repositories in our local system. Now we will try to create a repository in internet. For that, we should have a GitHub account. I already have GitHub account. If you don't have GitHub account, create it. That will be working in our next session. Clear? Any confusion? So, commit is nothing but updating the repository to make a note of all the changes we have done. It is new file or modified file, whatever it is. So, last commit is referred as branch. For that branch, we can give a name. And for that branch, we can create a copy of it. Creating a branch is nothing but creating a copy of that last commit. Each branch you can give a new name. Each branch is nothing but each copy. And if you do the changes to the one copy, it will not reflect to the other copy. Physically, you'll see only one file, but internally it is maintaining other. Got it? This is one of the very important features. Where people use, for example, the application is in live. There will be a repository actually. Now they said do some changes. What normal people do, they'll create a branch. That means copy of it. Do the changes. Test it thoroughly. If everything is working fine, then they will merge the branch. They don't do the changes directly there. They'll create a new branch, means create a copy of it. Do the changes. Test it. Working fine, then they will merge it. Got a point? Then they will delete this branch. Like the way we have deleted after merging, right? Like that. And whenever I create a repository, by default, one first commit is also called as a repository branch. Yes or no? By default, the name will be master. By default, the name of the branch is master. That is the old standard actually. New standards are coming actually. It's already there in the market. The new standard is the branch name should be main. Branch name should be main, not master. Understanding what I'm saying? So I want you to try this. So you just maintain the list of that Git cheat sheet. Whenever you want, you just use it. Okay. So I'm just taking attendance.